Well, today we take a look at a bi-fueled lantern. That's right, folks, we're looking at the NITECORE LA30 lantern, and this has two different ways to power itself, either AA powered batteries or an internal USB rechargeable battery. So lots of features that we're going to be looking at today. Lots of options and capability in this little handheld sized lantern. So really looking forward to breaking it down. You're going to see lots of action shots. We're going to run through it all, give you power outage to hours of run time, all of that. We're going to take a look at what this LA30 has to offer and whether or not it's going to be a good option for you if you're long distance camping, if you're long distance backpacking, prepping, survival kits, bug out bags, preppers in general. Is this the right tool for you and right lantern for you, and hitting a decent price point? So let's go ahead, break this thing down, see if it's the right lantern for you. Now, it either takes two AA batteries, super sweet, or it has its own internal rechargeable battery source. I have used both, really impressive. Now, one of the things right out of the gate, which is pretty cool, is here on the bottom, not only are we going to have a magnet, which works really well. You can attach this to like a vehicle and use it as a vehicle light if you're overlanding, if you're working on your car, whatever, at your home and the power goes out, you can attach it to the refrigerator, illuminate an entire kitchen, that type of thing. And then it has this little wire kind of swinging attachment. It would have been nice if this was more like a carabiner style, so you could actually hook it onto like the roof of a tent or something. You will have to have a secondary attachment point for that, but it's nice that that is there. The other cool feature is to swap out the batteries. It has not only a Phillips head screwdriver, but it's big enough that you can use your bare hands to unscrew the bottom to replace the batteries, which is pretty cool that you don't have to have a tool if needed to swap out batteries. You have a really good kind of like dual gasket setup here. So pretty good on water resistance. And we'll just swap out the batteries here real quick. Now it will run without the batteries even installed, which is awesome. Otherwise, it will run the batteries first every time. It has a default to use your AAA power batteries first, then the backup battery second. So that's also a really good feature that you don't have to necessarily swap in between the batteries. I think it would have been better if they had offered an option for you like a switch, either to use internal or to use the AA batteries, but it will default use the AA every time, or you can just take them out and just use the internal right away. All right, let's go ahead and hit price here, and you may be asking yourself, why on God's green earth are you wearing sunglasses in the middle of the night? Well, it's so that I don't forget to remind you about our Knockaround Sunglass affiliate. That's a great way to help support the channel. Links in the description below. They have sunglasses for the entire family, lots of different designs, lots of different color combinations and capabilities for the entire family to enjoy. They have a custom store so you can build your own, and all at super inexpensive prices, all under $50, and they have lots of stuff that are on sale. We just did a recent giveaway. It's a really cool company that we have been able to offer affiliates to you, so you get great sunglasses with great high performance, and you don't have to break the bank, and it helps us. It's free. You just click that link, boom, and it helps you out. Now, on to the light itself. NITECORE did send this over to me so I can test out and review it for you guys and give you the feedback so you can decide if it has the capabilities, the power outage, to lumens, to battery life that you need or not. That's what we always want to do here. So we're going to have links in the description below, over to Amazon, over to the NITECORE store. When you guys use those hyperlinks, really helps me out, continue to do what we do. This guy's going to go for about $40 over on Amazon. Really impressed with that price point, because there are other lights that are very similar out there, but none of them have that internal battery, and that is massively important to me, and I see huge capability in that I can either use the external AA's or the internal rechargeable. I mean, you can attach a solar panel to this and really never use batteries. It's renewable energy almost, and it's great for prepping. Those people who do long camping trips, long backpacking trips, or even overlanding, and you don't want to carry a bunch of batteries. I think that this internal rechargeable USB battery is a huge selling point, and for $40, I think for a compact, lightweight lantern, it's awesome. So super nice, fits in the palm of my hand, literally, which is always a nice positive. You have your little covered up charging port. It will come with the charging cable and a spare gasket. on the bottom as well. So that's where you would recharge the internally built power source, which is pretty sweet. 2 different color combinations right now, blue and yellow. So that's also a nice little bonus there. And then you have a couple different things that you can do with this, and I'll be running in footage that we used, you know, so you can see kind of the power of the light. But I'll run in just how this little feature, all the little features work here. Basically, if you push the button one time, it's going to blink a little red light. It's hard to see in the light, so I'm showing you in the darkness. But it'll blink the internal battery power source. And from what I understand here, I just want to make sure that I get this right, is that if it flashes 3 times, it's above 50%, 2 times, it's below 50%, 1 flash means that it's at 10% of the internal battery source. So that's really nice that it gives you that icon as well, so you're not guessing how much battery life I have. You can hit it once, it'll tell you right away. So when the battery is completely dead, meaning the internal battery that it comes with, not the AA's, it'll take 5 hours to recharge this bad boy from dead up to full power again, which is very decent, you know, and you could use if you're out camping, a solar charger, different things like that. So in less than a day's time, you know, you're going to get this recharge ready to go. So you burn it out overnight, you recharge it during the day, and you use it again overnight. So it's, again, I think it would be a great overlanding tool, or just multi-day camping, car camping, or backpacking lantern. Now, the internal battery will have longer battery life. The AA's will have shorter battery life. So when we put this bad boy on high, I'm going to hit that first. So we're going to start at high. That's 250 lumens, which will give you a decent throw of about 35 meters. So definitely, you know, a room, a campsite, you know, that type of thing, it's going to throw well and give you, with a good diffuser, a natural kind of feeling light. So that's a really good positive white light. It's not a yellow light, it's a white light, but it will easily be able to do that. And particularly, I mean, if you throw 2 of these, magnetize them to the size of your car, you know, you have 1 in each tent. I mean, whatever. This is very usable in the dueling power versus internal battery, external battery source, which is awesome. So at 250 lumens, 4 hours on the internal battery source, 3 hours on the AA batteries. Then if we go to medium, that's 55 lumens for 9 hours and 15 minutes on the internal battery source, 7 hours and 30 minutes on the AA source. And that won't be able to produce quite obviously the amount of power that you may be looking for, but it is going to still be a natural glow that you're going to be able to see everything around your campsite or inside a room if you are, you know, in a power outage. And then finally, if we go to low, that's 8 lumens for 56 hours on the internal battery and 48 hours on the AA batteries. This is going to basically be, you know, you're just wanting low light, you just getting, you know, dressed or something like that in your tent, you know, small confined spaces. You'll be able to get around, kind of see what's going on, but maybe read, you know, you can put it on your chest and read or something like that. But that's about the extent that the 8 lumens is going to give you. Then we have our red light. And our red light is powered by double tapping and holding the light. And as you see there, then we are on the low. And what we're looking at here is going to be 5 lumens for 48 hours on the internal battery and 40 hours on the external battery. Then we have a high, which is nice. So you have a high beacon. And that's going to be 40 lumens for 7 hours and 15 minutes on the internal, or 6 hours on the external AA batteries. And then we also have a beacon setting, which doesn't give me any sort of like longevity, but a beacon so you can like locate a campsite or something like that without freaking people out, making them worry is there something wrong. And then you hit it again. And there is an SOS feature as well. So really cool to see the options that this light is offering you. Well, folks, there you have it. Hope you've enjoyed this particular video, seen what the LA30 from NITECORE can do and whether or not it should be on your radar for your next prepping, outdoor adventure, whatever the situation may be, emergency kit. I hope that this is just showing you what it can do and whether or not it's the right tool, right lantern for you. I totally dig it. I think I'm going to pick up a couple more of these to put in our camping kits for when we go car camping. I think it's totally worth it and has a lot of value in that area for me personally. So thank you you so much for coming over here today, checking out the channel. Please subscribe if you're not a current subscriber. Like us on Instagram, Facebook, throwing up other content and, you know, behind the scenes stuff all the time over there. And always remember, guys, finally, stay equipped, stay prepared, and we'll see you out there.